right, check, 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 check. All right, let me check a few things here before we get started. Make sure we are URL. All right, check, 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 check. Yeah, we good. All right, yeah. All right, I'm getting an echo. Why am I getting an echo? I can hear myself. Let me close this door. Continue. Oh. Okay. Oh, never mind. All right, that's good. I can hear myself. All right. Happy Sunday. All glory to God. So, Sunday Funday. We start off our week by marking off our previous week with our volume profile. I'm surprised that wasn't saved. And we go Sunday to Sunday. Sunday 6 to Sunday, or Friday close. So let's jump down to the 15 to make sure we have those. Alright, Sunday right here. See that gap? And then boom, Sunday open. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So our week levels are set. Now we mark off our value area high, which we are currently in now. So I will look for sales unless, yeah, we'll look for sales. We'll talk about this gap here in a minute. So right now we're just doing our homework, right? We're just setting up the playground for the week. These levels won't move until next week. And we will just trade off of these levels until we break out. But our levels for the whole week are set as of now. So we have our point of control at 27,829. We have our value area at 27,263. And then we have a value area high. This value area low. Mark that off real quick. V high, V low. Point of control. So visually, again, so we started here, we left the value area, came to the point of control, could not make it back up. So what do? We get onto the value area low. We get onto the value area low. We're expected to go to the value area high. So came down to value area low, completely ignored the point of control and didn't really react to it at all, and went straight to value area high. So next I'm expecting us to go back down to value area low, unless we want to show some price action that we're going to stay up in here and then break out. And then we'll look at price action over here, value profiles of this week, things like that. But we're not going to focus on that right now because we're not there. going to focus on where we are. Alright, so levels are set. Right now we gapped up above the encroachment, which is the center of my value area high, which plays a key part. So again, your value profile has 4 parts. Has your value area low, has your value area center or encroachment, value area high, and then it has shelves within it. Here's a level to pay attention to. Here's a level to pay attention to. You can see how price reacted off of this before it made it all the way up. It reacted off of these orders. As you can see here, slow down. Once this chewed through all these orders, this was able to then pew, so I call that clearing the lane. This was getting all these orders out of the way, so that way this one can just hurry up and just, that's probably at open too. Oh, 8:30? Yeah, so it's probably news or something. Yeah, price is deliberate. That's 9:30, yeah, 9:30 open, yep. So the morning came in, cleared out these orders, so that way this candle can come in and do what it had to do. It couldn't have done this without this. All the orders that this took care of over here would have dampened this. This wick would have got jammed down here somewhere. You know, but this cleared the lane. It got rid of all those orders, got rid of all that traffic. That's why we just kept coming in here. Taking out those orders, and then boom. So I say that to say price is deliberate. So you even see that on 1 minute entries, how price will leave gaps. There were no gaps at all. For the past 30, 40 minutes, there were no gaps. Then all of a sudden, on the 1 minute, we get a gap, and then price reverses. That's what I mean by price is deliberate. So I liked, well, we're already up. So these orders are where we are now too. Look at that. So we're still dealing with these orders. So referring to this gap, we will want to fill this. We always fill them. Not always, but almost always. We fill these gaps. So we got some type of reaction off of it right now in the 15 minute. So I want to see if this is going to pull up into here, this order block, reject, and then fill this gap. Or we can come fill this gap tomorrow. We can just keep going up and then come fill this tomorrow. So we react off of price action. And yeah, price action pretty much. So that's what I was saying. Mark off this order block, see what reactions we get, if anything. We did not hit the encroachment of this. So right now we're just reacting off of the open low. So we just turtle soup the open low. So this is the open. This is a 6 o'clock candle. So right now we're within this range. Probably. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah. So all the juices right here. So I want to see how we react off of that. This is the 15 minute. Gap gave it some reaction. But it got over it. Got over this gap here. But no, it didn't. Just got to the top of it. No, it didn't break. Alright, so that's pretty much it for Sunday Funday. I would argue we would add another layer of bias, which is bearish. So unless we can break this high here, we're going to continue bearish. You see now we have equal highs here, which to me is also a target. So on the monthly, we did sweep the previous month. So we could this swept this the previous month, swept the previous month. But we did get body closure over it. This is my first time seeing this. We got body closure. So there could be some more downside. And we have a perfect, nice CRT. Fire. Nice CRT. Nice sweep of this. Let's go over CRT real quick. So CRT is a 2-3. I'll say it's a 3 bar candle play. It's three candles. It takes 3 candles, okay? Because you could see these 2 candles happen, and this candle will just go straight up. So for a CRT pattern, it is a 3 candle setup. And it starts with your first candle, and it's identified with your second candle. So what we want to see is for our second candle to come in and sweep the previous candle, as we can see here, and then close back inside. In my opinion, it's nice to see it change colors, but if it can close back inside this wick, I've seen, even though it's the same color, it's still bullish, it'll still reverse. And then your third candle would then, that'd be your entry, which would this be crazy. That'd be your entry, but you hit TP, and this would be your TP, which you also hit right here. So entry, TP, done. But on a bigger scale, I mean, we haven't seen this bearish candle in a while. What we can see in the past is besides tragedy, we are bearish. What was this? November 2025. What was last year? What was going on last year in November? I can't remember. Was it Iran war? Yeah, I think it was. What I'm getting at is, during war or COVID or whatever, on the monthly, we are bearish for no more than a month or 2. That's the only point I was trying to get at. So we've been bearish. Well, I mean, we have this indecision here, and we're at all-time highs. So the question is, what is this month going to do? Is this month going to want to fill in this gap, which this already tapped into? So that's another key thing to pay attention to is this tap was enough juice to push price all the way back up here. So if price can get back in here, we could see that same reaction. So we're going to leave that there for now. And also, was this the move down to grab liquidity before we then continue to go up? Like I said, 1 to 2 months seems to be our during non-crazy times, even though we're dealing with Iran now. But I think no one's really talking about it now. Like when it first started, it was not to say no one's talking about the Iran war because people are, but it's one of those things that are slowly disappearing, in my opinion. I guess in my world, I didn't notice gas was back up, but it's not as much hype, I guess. Alright, so now we know what we're reacting off of. Do we want to fill some gaps up above? Did we leave any? No. No. There's a gap here. Okay. Alright, so this is a daily gap that looks like we want to play with. Almost want to get rid of that. Let's see, did we tap that? About to get rid of those peaks for now. And we did. So that was our juice to go down. Was that Friday? Yeah, that was Friday. Y'all. Alright, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, I don't care about it. Alright. So now we know also some juice up here too. So price is always playing tennis. So we went from a monthly gap to a daily gap. You saw that when we got down here. I mean, we did play around a little bit, but eventually we started going in one direction, and we didn't stop until we got here, and then that's where we got our change of state finally. You can see that, and this is another strategy that you guys could probably take a look at, is just break a structure and change of character. So we had a low here, not broken. 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 I think I'm singing a song. Level here, not broken. Level here, not broken. And then level here, not broken until we did. Okay. So every low that this makes, it creates a new high. Okay? New low, new high. New low, new high. New low, new high. I didn't mark this one off, but this would be a low. But this would be a new low, new high. New low, new high. New low, new high. New low. We did not create a new high. And then we broke this low. So this is considered a change of state. CHOCH. Change of character, change of state. COCH is change of character. But we're basically just saying the algorithm has changed. Before, the algorithm was doing this, creating a new lower high, creating a new high, create a new lower high, create a new high, create a new lower high, create a new high, create a new lower high, create a new high, create a new lower high, create a new high, create a new lower high. You get it. Until we don't. So that's your sign. That's a sign. Not the sign, but a sign. That we can start looking for our SRTs. We can start looking for our order blocks in this case. I mean, so again, price is drawn to these levels. Okay, it's drawn to the value area high. It's drawn to the point of control. It's drawn to the, and then on the larger scale, higher time frame, it's drawn to these bigger levels too. So I always layer them up. I find my volume profile. I don't find it. I mean, it tells me it. And then I have to go find my gaps, my order blocks. So price. I'm doing a recording. Okay. Price is something that we just react to. Okay. So when price gets to these levels, we're just reacting. Okay. We're waiting for these kind of situations to start. In this case, we wouldn't have traded this. We wouldn't have traded this until we got into the morning session. Did we trade this? I didn't trade Friday because I was working on the bots. But yeah, we're looking for a repeat of this. So that's what I was getting at with price. Is we're just repeating what price has already done, has already showed us. Okay, if you look here, let me get rid of this just to clear things up. I mean, that blue's kind of there. But even during the week, price came up into the value area high and then pushed out. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with PSI with ICC, but this is the indication, this is the correction. Now I'm expecting a continuation down. The fact that we popped up into the value area high did not create a new high. Did not create a new high. And it started pushing down. But that gap up's crazy. But you can see that thing was pointing down, targeting these lows here. So another prime example how we just react off of price action. You know, now that we gapped up, let's see if we can tap this again before we go down, because we have to fill this gap. We have to fill this gap. Could be today, could be New York. So I'm gonna set an alert. We got kind of no more peaks up here. We got a couple small things here and there, but we did sweep Friday high. So this is Friday. Yeah, that's Friday. So we swept Friday high. Now we're starting to push down. Yeah, so probably starts taking some sales now. Nice 5-minute gap, but that's to the upside. BPR right here, little baby one, so we're not gonna count that. We need to basically invert this gap here, and then we can take a look at the downside. Already we're starting to show some reaction. Yeah, so I gotta find a name for this. But you see how everything's pointing down? Everything's pointing down, pointing down, pointing down. But in reality, it's holding a support. support, support, support. Support, 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 support. All right. Support, 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 support. And then we inverted it. Invert. Inverted. And then it was resistance. 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 Make it nice and neat. Now we packing back up. Now let's see how we react off of this. Yeah, yeah, that's that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see. Let's see. All right. But like I was saying, this is a flip. In this case, our entry would have been over here after the inversion. So we had this body closure here, and then we have body closure below, which it was just wicks before, but body closure, full body close, had to tap into this zone here, right at the encroachment, and then boom. Now let's see if this is going to be the move here, like I called it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, um, let's see if we can get a order right here. It might have to be this one. Let's see if we can get off this right here. Is it a pin and sell? I don't even know what this is. So I'm new to trade locker. Stop loss pending. Pending what though? Pending what? A buy, a sell? What am I pending? We ain't gonna talk about that right now. We don't get there though. We don't get there. Bought almost done, y'all. Bought almost done. So look at that reaction off the encroachment here. So let's take the encroachment sell. Let's get some body closure down here, and then let's get a retest of this. Okay, so I put the pending order in, and then I had to come here and put in like my. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, all right, all right. Have my stops at the high, and then see if we can fill this gap. And like I said, we'll try to get tapped in here at the encroachment. Oh, I'm in. Dang. This is the 5 minute. So it is what it is. I'm in. Everything's in place. All right. So again, wait, hold up. What the? What was I talking about a minute ago about sweeping Friday high? I just completely missed that wick, even though I was talking about it. That's funny. All right, so we didn't sweep nothing yet. So that's another thing. I thought we swept Friday. That's why I even like engaged in this. Doesn't matter. I'm literally risking a couple dollars. So ideally, I like us to sweep something. That's always kind of your go, right? Look at this over here, right? We tapped into something. We swept all these relative highs here, and that's what gave us this, right? Sweeping is crucial, 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 crucial. And I ain't gonna lie, I missed Top Step. It was just so much smoother, and like I'm so tempted to go back. But I got an email from Lucid today too. So the play here was off that encroachment. You see that? And this gap is deliberate. So, oh, I was going to say, did we tap that BPR? Ooh, look at that. Nice pop. This one's more. Create that higher low. So, right here, going back to, let's look at that real quick. Let's delete all this. All right, so going back to, so this high created a new low. This high, like this high here. This high here created a new low. And then, I mean, that's kind of been the thing. That when price comes down, it's not supposed to break this. Just like it didn't break this. Just like how this didn't come up and break this. We're breaking structure. So this would have been a break of structure to the downside. And I think we're going to come up to here. Get our juice, and then go down. Yeah, that was a total blunder on me. I thought we swept Friday. I thought we swept Friday. Total blunder. But yeah. So I'm going to leave it. I think, oops, actually, no, I don't think they said. Yeah, they didn't say. But we always want to have these in place. Always, always, always. So I'm going to put this above Friday. And then TP will put down below. Somewhere. Look at that. Not important. No. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna drop this in the Discord, and then again, we gotta fill this gap. We're in the value area high. Let's see if we can tap this daily order block above, and then let's anticipate. Let's see what overnight does. I want to point this out too. Go to the 1 hour. So it's going back to how time is fractal, cycles, things like that. So if we break up the week, and we can continue to study this, but if we break up the week, meaning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Monday, bearish. Tuesday, bearish. Wednesday, consolidation. Thursday, bullish. Friday, bullish. It faded actually. Actually went bearish. So that's a real thing. Now it can shift, meaning, or yeah. So how Monday, Tuesday were bearish. It could be Monday, Tuesday bullish. Let's see if we can find that. Here's Friday here. Here's Thursday bullish. So let's see if Monday was bearish. Wednesday. So Monday here. So Monday noon. Here's Sunday. So Sunday was bearish. Tuesday was bearish. Here's Wednesday, which which to me is the quote unquote CRT candle. This Wednesday is kind of the reversal of the week. So we have Monday, Tuesday going down, Wednesday shifting it to where now, if you look at the bottom of my screen, you see Thursday, 09 July 26. So to make sure you guys are paying attention to that. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday up, Friday up slash sideways, and then the cycle starts over again. Or whatever that cycle is. Let's look at this week. So typically, Monday, Tuesday are matched, Wednesday reverses, and then Thursday, Friday match. With you seeing Friday kind of fade into the week a little bit, just to give you that equilibrium. Let's take a look here. So Monday went down, Tuesday went up, and then Wednesday went down, Thursday went down, Friday went down. Okay. With context, Monday, Tuesday came up and swept the previous week. Did it? Yeah. Swept the previous Friday's high and then went down. But that was all. Just wanted to show you that. As you can see, it's not always, oh, Monday, Tuesday's this, and then, no. Just pay attention to it. And when it happens, when those kind of things that jump out at you, oh, Monday, Tuesday, we're bullish, and Wednesday starting to act funny. So that means Thursday, I probably can expect this. And if it's showing you that, then you already have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday confirmation. So that's all. That's all, brothers and sisters. I love you guys. Stay wise. Be smart in these markets. It's been treacherous. But we know what to do. Stay consistent. Stick to the rules.